What is emotional abuse? How do narcissistic people act? They belittle you, they put you down in different ways, they gaslight you, they lie to you, they manipulate you, they want power and control over you, they brainwash you into blaming yourself, they make you depressed and very ill in the long run if you deal with them. If you don't set your healthy boundaries and stand up for yourself and speak your truth, if you don't learn how to really value and love yourself and accept yourself the way you are, if you don't learn certain tools and tactics to take care of yourself, take care of your life, and, be cutting them off and blocking them off and distancing yourself and, reinforcing those boundaries when you need to. And I'm here to help you with all of this. I've created my services throughout a painful journey. If you have been in a romantic relationship with a narcissistic person, they have likely cheated on you in different ways, flirted with others, maybe had sex, maybe had affairs behind your back, other boyfriends or girlfriends, just treating others better than you, basically. But it's all about them being so insecure that they just want the attention and validation and whatever they can get from those supplies, because people are always objects and supplies to a narcissistic person. And again, being a narcissist means that you have demonic entities within you. I'm not here to say their names specifically, what demons they are, but I'm just saying. And again, you can encounter these everywhere. It seems like nowadays they are everywhere, especially because we have the internet and social media. So yeah, I've been saying this before because I feel intuitively, and what I've come to see and notice throughout my life is that sometimes we just seem to encounter these everywhere. So we can get deceived and lied to basically everywhere now. So that is why it's even more important to know your own value and worth as a sensitive, kind person, because you are here to help others, help the world. So you always need to help yourself first. You cannot be living and functioning fully and truly if you don't help yourself first, if you don't do the inner work and healing and protect yourself. And because if you identify to be a God's chosen one, starseed, earth angel, human angel like I am, we are so rare. Being an empath and a highly sensitive person is to be a rare being, but let alone also be a God's chosen one, starseed, earth angel, human angel, because especially I feel so strongly that I'm not from here, I'm not from earth. I miss my home, which is in heaven. So I'm an Andromedan starseed. I strongly believe that I am. So it also feels like home when I think about it. So I'm a mix of these, and so that is why it can be so difficult, to be living a daily human life and to be dealing with this. But anyway, this rant was just coming to me today because I've seen so many issues when dealing with people and certain things that I need to address this out loud. And so, I just want to warn you because, I'm a truth speaker and a coach and a therapist here. So I'm here to offer you a safe space, a safe listener, a safe guide, a safe support. So don't hesitate to check out my services and book a call with me if you need more help and support on your healing path, because it is important and crucial to have support. Someone who really understands what you have been going through, what you are going through, and where you stand, and who is authentically here to help you. So I'm here to do that. Because so many people don't understand. They don't understand what it is like to be one of us and go through narcissistic abuse. go through emotional abuse, go through severe psychological abuse, and what it can do to your mental health and physical health and your overall life. So I went through this deep, painful jungle ever since I have been 3 years old, abused and bullied, taken advantage of, walked all over, not listened. Nobody ever got to know me, really. Nobody ever understood me. I had to understand myself. I had to get to know myself. And it's been a lot of work. And so I have created my services from that base onward for you. And healthy anger, healthy emotions and feelings and thoughts that always come through when you've been abused and you're sensitive, you need to understand that they are your healthy outlet, because there has to be an outlet. I've been really talking about the outlets because it is important to have those in place. You need to have someone that will listen to you and understand you. You need to have tools and ways so that you can release all of that garbage, and to be able to stay in your own energy, your own frame, because again, they are separate people, they are separate entities who are abusing you, who have abused you. So they are not you and they are not your problem. I just watched a Finnish psychotherapist talk about this topic of about the saying, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, that she disagrees with it. And it made me think, because I get these signs and guidance and synchronicities. And so I believe that it was one. And so I felt this urge that, okay, I need to talk about this as well. So it is important to understand when you are a sensitive trauma victim, you are a childhood trauma, narcissistic abuse survivor. You are a survivor. So be proud of yourself. Congratulate yourself. See your empathy and sensitivity as your gifts, your superpowers that help you and carry you. The joy, the love, the peace within you. You need to focus on them when you want to heal. Because, she was saying that it is wrong to use that saying to trauma victims. And I agree with that, because I have been in that place when I was in a deep, dark place, when I've been so neglected and abused and left alone with my pain. Like it was nothing. When nobody wanted to help me really or notice or anything. So I was completely losing myself and my voice and everything. So when you are in that state, it hurts when somebody says these kind of things, that what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, or like diamonds are created in pressure. Yes, as coaches, yes, we can use those terms, yes, but there's a time and a place for everything. So it's really a thin line. And because I watch, other people who are also doing similar work, what I do, they have also helped me a lot. Luckily, thank God for social media, because of course there are good aspects to it. So anyway, my thought is also, what I want to point out right now is that to protect your health and your sanity, you need to have these tools in place. What I really learned the painful way, and that is why I have also created my freebies, for example, my free ebook and my online courses and my self-care checklist and my time management guide, for example, my goal setting worksheet, because these are important things that you can build your life. And these things are coming to me again very powerfully because I've been encountering again these people apparently who do not know me. They do not understand what and who I am, where I'm coming from with my work, with my story, with everything. These people are not respecting my boundaries if I try to communicate them, apparently, which is again very wrong, and it's very painful, and it really, frankly, makes me angry, very angry, because I also have a temper. There are many sides to me. So clearly they have no clue about how they treat people, because we always need to be paying attention to how we treat ourselves and others, because we need to understand that we cannot be acting just, how we want. And again, by we, I mean people in general in the world. Because usually as empaths and highly sensitive people, as earth angels, starseeds, human angels, we are about justice. We are positive leaders, coaches, therapists, helpers. We only help and uplift and encourage and support people. We care about people easily. We have big hearts. And so I'm not talking about us, I'm just talking generally that people should pay attention to how they treat others and how they treat themselves, because a lot of issues would be healed and fixed just by doing this simple thing, just by self-reflection. That people would think before they act, that they would learn how to respect others, respect yourself, respect the other person as well, and don't cause abuse. I've been posting and saying about, disrespect, that you cannot disrespect me. You cannot just email me and expecting me to reply to you and buy your services and be harassed by you in any way, be hit on you by in any way. I'm not here for that. And I believe that this message resonates with a lot of women out there who are sensitive and empaths and highly sensitive women. We're not here to be walked all over and taken advantage of. And we need to understand our own boundaries and value and worth so that we can become those stable adults who we are supposed to be, so that we can be spouses and mothers, for example. So being a parent is such a big thing, again. And again, ignoring those things and people that you don't want to have in your life, who don't respect your boundaries, yes, it is one way to be cutting them off with, silence. But also setting this honest boundary, saying to them, for example, that I am not engaging in that. Like simply just being calm and just saying to them, I am not engaging in that. That I see that you have an issue, you have a problem clearly because you're yelling at me, you are attacking me, but I am not engaging in that. That is not my problem. So you can say something like this, because I was thinking about this theory last night, that because sometimes I think about these sentences, as tips that I'm sharing. So, and also, being aware that you're not giving your soul or your power away or anything, you're just reinforcing your boundaries. And one boundary is no contact. It is ignoring. It's not playing games. It's self-protection. It's self-love. It shows to yourself that you're valuing and loving yourself, honoring yourself, because you have to. Because you have no choice. You have to protect your health and your sanity, your mental health, your life, your loved ones, your home, whatever is threatening you and attacking you. You cannot accept that. You don't deserve that. So there has to be a stop to this. So the only way to create that stop is to be ignoring them and just be reinforcing your honest boundaries, because it is abuse, it is emotional, psychological abuse, it is gaslighting, especially if people are taking their side. Even more so, it can be so painful. And if you're dealing with these issues alone, and so that is why you need to be able to distance yourself and you know, have these tools that you can be safe and prepared if it happens again. At least here in Finland, people don't seem to know or understand about these issues. It seems like people are sheep who don't stand up for themselves, but then they abuse others. And, you know, there are many depressed people and negative people here. So, and also, you know, not giving your power away means that you trust yourself more. You're not asking others what you should do and when. So you learn to listen to your soul, to your higher self, to God. You know, that is always within you. We always have that God source connection within us, but we need to be still and tune in and listen and ask for help and receive and allow the help and all of that to come to us, because we can be blocking everything very easily, especially if we are so abused and triggered, you know. So, hey, it's a very unhealthy place to be. So, peace and calm and relaxation are, you know, healing and good. Because, you know, likely you just cannot take any more of that abuse. And I know how it feels because I've been there. I fought my way out of deep depression and self-sabotage and, you know, the fear and shame and guilt, the childhood trauma, the narcissistic abuse trauma for all my life. So it's been a lot of fighting. It's been a lot of work within my head, within my heart, within my soul, within my entire being. And so I know what I'm talking about. And it seems like, yeah, people just don't know or they don't understand what this can be like. And for example, I don't recommend that you buy, for example, psychic readings from random people who don't know you, who don't know your story or anything, because likely they can lead you wrong. Because they don't know how to connect with your energy, with your story, and they're not really aligned with you. So it's not a good idea generally to be asking advice and guidance from people who don't really know you and your story and what you have gone through, because you are a rare being again. So most people will never understand. Not even psychic readers or, you know, whatever healer you are, but, you know, if you're still not aligned. For example, somebody can tell you that you should take your ex back and they don't understand that your ex is a narcissist, for example. Or they don't understand how sensitive you are, or they don't understand that you are an earth angel, or they don't know what an earth angel even is. They don't know what a starseed is. They don't know what a God's chosen one is. This especially has been a big topic for me now, because I discovered that I am a God's chosen one. So for me, it's so personal, and it is a beautiful thing to be one, but it's also very painful. And, you know, being a God's child, a God's daughter, I'm just here to speak the truth. And so it's important to be separating the truth from the lies. But I'm just saying, honestly, that it has hurt me when people don't understand what and who you are when you are like this. When you are a God's chosen one. They don't believe in God, likely. They don't get connected with you because they don't connect with God. They are not empaths and highly sensitive beings. They don't understand what it is like. So how can they ever support and help you if they don't even understand you? So this has been also a big life lesson for me, that you have to first understand yourself and then understand who understands you and who doesn't, so that you don't get more pain on top of that trauma and everything, that you don't get more triggered, you know. I'm just saying honestly, because for me it has been so painful when people don't understand who and what I am as a God's chosen one, as a God's child, as a God's daughter. That's, you know, these people who don't understand, they can turn out to be very toxic and abusive as well, because they don't know how to handle a trauma victim who has been through emotional abuse, narcissistic abuse, who is a sensitive, empath, highly sensitive being. So it is such a different thing, you know, to be one. So that is why it's important to understand and know who understands you, who is on your side, and who is not, and not get triggered by this. And there is this big trap if you always ask for other people for their opinions, especially when they don't know you. You seek support from them. They don't understand you. They hurt you even more. They make your trauma worse. They can get on the abuser's side without knowing anything, without understanding anything. So they also just, you know, see from their superficial angle, through their own views and points of view that are not aligned with you and your life and your reality and your experiences and your trauma and your sensitivity and everything. So this is a big issue. It's very, very painful. And, you know, that is why it's even more important to protect your energy and your health, and, you know, that you can be calm and as safe as possible. There are so many immature and toxic people in this world, apparently, who have demonic entities within them. They look like adults, they have adult bodies, but they don't have adult minds. They have not healed their issues, their childhood trauma. They have not healed from narcissistic abuse. And they can be spreading around toxic energy and negativity and all of that. So we don't want to be interacting with these kind of people. So we have to be protecting our health and our energy again, and knowing that nobody has the right to invalidate our boundaries and our emotions and thoughts and experiences in our lives. Nobody has the right to do that. We don't invalidate others. So, you know, it goes both ways. And also the fact that when you have your personal power and you are aware that you create your reality, that you have the power of God within you always, especially as a God's child, as a God's chosen one. You are here to fulfill God's mission for you. So that is why I created my honest services. I'm not leading you wrong. I'm speaking the truth. I'm an advocate for justice. I'm guiding you to where you need to be, where you should be. And you have to make all the decisions, of course, yourself. I'm here to give advice and tips, yes, in a loving, kind way, as I always did for my friends as well, in my empathetic, supportive way, yes. But ultimately, we are always responsible for ourselves. But it is a big way that you are creating your reality, you are creating your life, and, you know, having your boundaries and self-love in place so that you can build your life and go to the right direction that is from God. You know, God wants you to love yourself and accept yourself the way you are, and to be safe and to be victorious. So you need to be following God. We need to be fixed on Jesus Christ and God, to be, you know, surrendering, to be supported by them. It's not healthy if we focus on the world. It's not healthy. And so this is also one fact, but also that you understand that you are in charge and you are powerful. You know, because when you understand this and you own your power, then you trust yourself more. And you're not giving your power away. You're not giving your soul, your energy, your attention away. You understand that they are precious and valuable. That these toxic beings and these people don't deserve to be in your life. They don't deserve anything from you. So don't waste your time and energy with them anymore. Just be ignoring them and just, if you need to, just say to them, I don't need that. I'm not engaging in that. If you have a problem, please leave. Because you have to be the smart adult. Because clearly they are not being that, and they are just hurting you and destroying you and destroying your peace and getting you triggered and angry and hurt and sad. Because again, all they do is that they try to make their issues, their trauma, whatever they have within them, they have these demonic energies and entities within them, and they try to treat you as a punching bag, like you are somehow to blame for their issues. And it is so crazy, especially if it is a random person who does not even know anything about you, and they still don't understand anything, and they don't hear you when you try to say no to them, for example, or something. So it is so crazy. It is so crazy. But that is how they act. And the only explanation is that they have these demonic entities within them, and you are triggering those demons within them, but it's not your fault. And also, when you build that self-trust and you don't give your power away to others anymore, and you learn those tools to protect your energy and your life and your sanity, your health and everything, you are so empowered. You become empowered. You become the winner that you're supposed to be. You are not in the victim mode anymore, and you understand that it's okay when people don't understand you. It's okay when they have issues and problems, because it's not your issue and problem. And you can have this inner peace, and understanding, and support yourself, have your own back, and tell yourself that, okay, this is what it is. I can take a deep breath. I can know my value and worth and my place in this world, and I'm a good person and a good being. And that as long as you support yourself, you have your back, you understand and know yourself, and you value and love and accept yourself, you really find this true empowerment and peace and this life transformation. And that is the whole core point of my work, that you really discover your identity and know yourself. So if you work with me, you will really experience that transformation, because I know how it is, because I've gone through that path. And if you're aligned with me, of course we need to see if you are a good fit first. So you can book my free consultation call for 30 minutes so that we can talk about your situation honestly and authentically, so you can tell me what's up, what's going on, what has been going on, and what you need help with. And then we can see if you want sessions with me. When you have this, you can let go of having high expectations from others, because it can also be so painful when you expect someone to understand you. So I'm here to do that. I've created my services through my pain. I've been doing this since 2016, basically. And so I've helped a lot of people. And this is my business, my work. And I'm here to help you authentically and honestly, so that you can really, just be empowered and find that peace and know yourself and have your own power within you. Have those tools and protect yourself. So don't hesitate to check out my services. And then also one sign and one way to tell that you are gaining your power back is that you have this inner balance, and you can separate truly when something is wrong for you and when something is just simply it's not aligned with you, and somebody's saying something that is not, it's not your truth because it's not aligned with you. It's not supposed to be a part of your reality, because you are supposed to have support and people who are kind to you and respectful and aligned with you, and they mesh with you so to speak. So those are your tribe people, and you will feel it, you will see it, yeah, and I'm one of them. So not giving your soul, your power, your health away anymore to those toxic, narcissistic psychopaths, to those demonic entities. You're working and praying your way out. You're doing what you have to do to protect yourself and your energy and everything. So then you are on the right path. You're not self-sabotaging anymore. Apparently the gaslighting can happen very, very easily, very clearly, at least what I have experienced. And as God's chosen ones, we are usually the targets, apparently. Because devil does not like us. So why would devil like us? Because we are love and light and peace. And we want to bring healing into this world. So yeah. And also one tip to be taking your power back is to ask those abusers and toxic people certain questions, like why are you saying this? Do you have proof about this? Why are you claiming that? Because that is a lie. It's a clear lie, and you cannot invalidate my experiences or my boundaries, or you cannot walk all over me. You can say and declare these things to them and ask. When you ask them questions, they have to start self-reflecting. And of course, they don't want to do that. So yes, it's a very big sign that they are a narcissist when they are not self-reflecting. They are not looking into the mirror ever. So because they don't self-reflect, they will likely ignore you because they don't want to answer to you. They don't want to have any responsibility or accountability of anything. So then you're clearly dealing with a narcissistic person, a toxic, immature person who only wants power and control over you, because they don't take responsibility or accountability like a normal adult would. A normal, stable, trustworthy adult does that. They give you respect. They reply to you. They hear you out. They listen to you. They treat you with real validation and respect. So it is a huge difference, yes. But you get more empowered when you understand these things, where they are coming from, because they don't explain that to you. And they get triggered and angry when you set your boundaries, because they don't like your boundaries. They don't like you having your personal power. But you have to be anyway at peace with this fact, and know that this is where they come from, because they only want power and control over others. And they get angry and triggered when you express yourself, your opinions, your boundaries, because they don't like that. They want to be the king of the hill. They want to be the president. They want to be in charge, so that they can feel like they are validated and somehow better than everyone else. And they think their manipulation and their toxic ways are just so on top of everyone else. And that is just how they act. They don't have any empathy or anything. And if you are going through this experience that you're feeling hopeless and desperate and drained out and exhausted and depressed, lonely, whatever it is that you're going through, feeling sad right now over these issues, well, it is a healthy symptom and a healthy outlet to react that way, to have those feelings, emotions, and thoughts. You are supposed to be. It means that you are being you, and you're connected to your soul and you're healing. It's a sign from your body that, hey, this is happening. Your brain is warning you. Everything about you is telling you, okay, this has been happening. This is how it is. This is the truth. And you have to be releasing and healing and moving on and, cutting off this bullshit. And also, when you have your power back, you understand that you are in charge as an adult. You create your life. You're cutting off those cords. You're distancing yourself. You're setting your boundaries. You are like the king of the world or the queen of the world then. And you can feel like one. And it is such an amazing, beautiful feeling to be integrating all your power, your soul back and everything. To have everything restored to you. What belongs to you. How it is supposed to be by God. And that's when you know that you are in charge, you don't need to take so seriously what somebody says or does. Like, for example, if you have had a psychic reading from somebody and they have told you their point of view, of course, they have tried to help you. Well, usually it should be about honest helping. I know that there are lots of scammers and frauds out there and people who basically work for demons and things. So it can be a bit of a dangerous aspect to be buying those readings. So that is why I just want to bring this out. And so, again, it's important to know who is your person and who is not, who resonates with you and who doesn't. So anyway, those people, whatever they have told you, those people can be wrong. It's not, a psychic reading is not necessarily the truth. It can be, but it's not necessarily the truth. Like, let's say that you want something to happen and you have been wondering about it, manifesting it to happen, praying about it, and all of that, building your faith and all of that, and you end up asking somebody for support and advice about that, and you want to know what they think, how they feel about it, for example. That would help and support you, and then they let you down, and the answer is not what you expected, what you wanted in that situation. And if you are in panic and pain with that situation, of course it's even more worse, because you deserve help and support. So then you just need to, just not take that so seriously, what they have told you. And know and understand that you create your reality again. So just pull your energy, your power back, cut off those cords, and, take a step back and align with love again, align with yourself and God again, and just ground yourself to peace and relaxation, and just remind yourself that other people can be wrong, that no matter how well you think that they would know you or align with you, they can say the wrong things. People make mistakes. We all make mistakes. We're not perfect. We're not supposed to be perfect as human beings. So give yourself the understanding and support that you don't need to take them so seriously. Take your own power seriously. Remind yourself that you can, whatever it is that you want to create and manifest, what you've been praying for. Believe in yourself, believe in God, believe in the universe, supporting and loving you always. This is really what I also teach in my online courses, and if you check out my freebies, you will find my positive, supportive, uplifting, encouraging honest, authentic message in all that I've created, in my self-help book, of course, as well. So I'm talking about these things when you need to be healing and manifesting what you want. And so, yeah, it was years of work for me to really discover the truth, how it is to be, on top of these things. So I'm sharing it